Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we will see that how we can integrate Salesforce with Bitly to get a short URL, okay? And we will also see that how we can call an Apex class in a flow, okay? So for this integration, what we need to do first, we need to sign up for a free account on Bitly. So directly you can type bitly.com on Google, and after that you can sign up, okay? So once you sign up, you should need to verify your account, okay? So once you verify your account, then only you will be able to generate the access token that we will need later, okay? So this is my account. Let me show you that thing, how you can generate your access token. So if you go to under profile, you go to settings, then go to this developer settings API, okay? So here you need to enter your Bitly password and just click generate token. I've already generated that, so not doing that, okay? You can do that. And once you generate your token, save it in a separate file and come back to your home page. So once you come back to the home page, you need to copy this URL and paste it somewhere, okay? So why we need that? Because this ID BM28EV, it could be different for you. For me, this is okay. This is the group ID, group GUID. And why we need that? So if you see here in the API documentation, you can see when we need to make a post call, we need to pass this group GUID, okay? So we need that, and this is our endpoint URL that we need to hit, okay? So once we did, we generated access token, we already saved the group GUID, this is our endpoint URL, okay? The next that we need to do is we need to create a named credential, okay? Because we are going to use named credential to make call out. So what you need to do here, okay, this is our named credential. So just give label, name, the endpoint URL that we are going to use, identity type as named principal, authentication protocol, password authentication, username. In username you need to pass that group GUID, okay? For me this one it is, it could be different for you, okay? In password you just paste your generated access token, okay? And checkbox these two because we are going to generate the header in our class, okay? So do not check this one, okay? So once you check this and enter these details, just save it. So what's the next step? Okay, we already created a name credential, group ID and all done, okay? Now go to our classes. So this is our first class. So here what we are doing, we are just creating HTTP headers to make a post call, okay? So HTTP request set method is post, okay? And we are using name credentials, so we need to pass name credentials, username and password to make a call out, okay? So what we are doing, our authorization is our password, that is our access token, okay? And set body is group GUID is username is what? Group GUID that we copy from here, okay? And long URL is that string that for that we want to get a short URL, okay? So that string we need to pass here. And domain is bit.ly. So from where I got this, if you go to documentation, it's already there, domain bit.ly, okay? So this is our first class where we are making a call out, okay? So we keep it separate because we want to make a invocable method, okay? Because later we need to call an apex from flow, okay? So this is our second class, and in this class what we are doing, we are just getting IDs from our flow and we are passing into this method. So what this method is doing, this method is just fetching the values, okay, for the record. First we are checking that this record is having a website URL or not, okay? From where this is coming, I will explain that thing also. So once we get the website URL, we are passing a string, okay, into this class, shorten. Okay, so what it will do, we passed our URL string and it will hit the API and we'll get a short URL for that string. Okay, and after that we are just updating those records. So here you see, this is my website object. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are just saving some website name and with its URL. Okay, and for that URL we are getting a short URL. For that we are using our bit.ly. Okay, so name credential is done, two classes are done. Now remaining is flow. How we will call this apex using a flow. So here is my flow. So this flow is created for when a record is created or updated, and in the initial part also I'm checking this website URL is not null. Okay, after that in my decision also I'm checking the same thing, but here some additional things are also there. So for example, I have already inserted a record, okay, and after that I need to update the website URL. So in that case I need to check whether the old URL and the new one is different or not. So I'm using here the prior value is same or not. If it is not equal, then update it. Okay, then make a call out and update that URL with a new bit.ly short URL. And this short URL could be blank or not. So that's why it is in OR condition. If we are inserting first time, okay, then it will be null. Okay, and when we are just updating, then it will not be null. So that's why it is in OR condition. Okay, so this is what we have done here. This is our decision. Okay, in apex action what we did, we just call that action and we just pass the record ID. Okay, so let's see it's working or not. So let me update this old one. So you can see I got this short URL for this. Okay, and let me create a new record. Let me get this bit.ly only. Okay, it can take time. Why it is not creating? Maybe due to bit.ly thing. Okay, it's updated now. I think due to some arguments it was not doing something. Okay, so for our updation also it is working correctly, for our inserting also it is working correctly. So if you guys found any issue in this flow, if we can update something, so just let me know in comments. And if in classes also, if we can make improvement, just let me know in comments. Okay, other than this I think I already covered all the things. Thank you so much guys, just share your views and if any improvement needed in the comments. Okay, thank you so much.